Evil Pumpkin Face Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish. And don't forget to also check out the video that I have on making this cute little pumpkin stem that you can clip into your hair. So I'm going to begin by smoothing out my eyebrows, and I'm using a wax-based hair product. Anything wax-based is going to work really well. And then make sure you powder over that so that it's not sticky. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is cover your face with orange body paint. And you want to pretty much cover everything, cover it up. And I am also blending some of this orange into my hair. This is going to make my hair look a little less abrupt, which is good, seeing as my whole head is a pumpkin, not just my face, essentially, when you think about it. Yeah. Anyways, so now with brown body paint and a thin brush, I'm going to begin sketching out the features, and I'm going to start with the eyebrows right in the center, and then the nostril, which I'm making sort of pumpkin seed shaped. And then you're also going to want to sketch out the teeth area. Okay, and since a pumpkin is carved, you're going to want to sketch out the carved area of the eyes. So the area that's been cut out. I'm not going to fill that in though. I'll fill that in with black a little later. And then also some lines underneath your eyes. And then all of those little lumps in the pumpkin, the bumps in the pumpkin. And then I'm going to highlight everything with yellow. So I'm just going to go through and brighten up the areas that are going to be, that you want to bring out. So when you're painting, you want to use white or yellow or any color to highlight, and the areas you want to look like they're in front or forward, and a darker color, in this case we're going to be using brown, for anything you want to make it look like it's being pushed back. So yeah, so continue highlighting with yellow all over the place, lots of yellow. And I'm also going to highlight over every tooth. So then, as I mentioned, we're going to start low lighting with brown. So make sure that, especially with the brown, because that's going to be a more deep color, a more pigmented color, that you only have a tiny amount of paint on your brush whenever you're starting an area. That way you can blend it out. You can always get more paint, but it's a lot harder to remove if you've got too much on your face at the time. So you can just make sure that you don't have too much paint, and if anything, you can wipe it off on a paper towel. So if you dip your brush against your cake of paint and then you're like, oh my goodness, this thing is loaded now, you can wipe it off on a paper towel and that'll help. And I'm gonna blend out my eyes almost like you're doing eyeshadow, and this is a little different if you're blending with the body paint than with a powder, because this is liquid, but you get the hang of it pretty easy if you've never done it before, and it's actually really easy. And then it sticks, it stays, you can't smudge it very easily, at least later on. So yeah, I'm using that to blend out my eyes in a lot of these different things instead of using eyeshadow. So now I am going to actually be using eyeshadow, and I'm going to deepen all of that shading with black. And if you're wondering why I haven't yet covered my eyelids, because I did mention that they were going to be black before, You don't want to do your eyelids too soon because that's going to be the area that's going to crease the first, at first. And so I like to do those almost last whenever I'm painting my face because then they'll last longer. You don't really have to worry about your forehead creasing really or any other places, but your eyelids have a tendency to get smudged or ruined earlier than the rest. So now I'm going to be tightlining with black eyeliner. So you're going to do your upper and lower waterlines. And then fill in the center of your lips with black. So just like the very center of your lips. Don't go too far out with that. Don't line your lips or anything. Just very middle. And now I'm going to be doing all kinds of details with thin black lines. So I'm going to start by defining each and every tooth. And darkening up the nostrils. And now I'm going to be filling in my eyelids. And you see how once you see that the eyelids are covered up, it makes such a huge difference. It looks so much better with eyelids being black. And also you want to make sure that you go under your eyes as well so it's not looking so heavy on top that it's a little bit more balanced that way. Okay, and as you can see, I also did the other eyelid, but I figured eyelids are the same, so I just did one. And now I'm going to be brightening some of that highlighting. So I'm just going to go through with a little bit more yellow and go over the areas that I think need to be brightened a little bit and pulled out more, I guess. So yeah, as you're painting, it's a whole bunch of lightening and darkening and going back and forth. So you might not need to do any more highlighting. If you look at it and think, man, this looks good, I'm all set to go, then you're all set to go and you don't have to worry about it. So now I'm going to actually darken underneath my eyes because at first I'm thinking, okay, they should be bright, but I changed my mind thinking that it should be dark. So I'm changing it. And I'm just covering it up with some brown and black eyeshadow. And then I'm going to cover my eyelids with black eyeshadow. This is going to deepen them and prevent creasing because the black eyeshadow is going to make it look a lot darker. And so it's going to look even blacker. And now I'm going to be doing just a couple final highlights with some white eyeshadow. And highlight with white body paint on the teeth. Doing some white highlights like this is going to make your pumpkin look a little bit wet, like it's either been rained on or something, and especially the teeth because that would be carved out of the center of the pumpkin. That's going to make them look nice and moist and like they're actually carved pumpkin. And then curl your lashes and apply black mascara and make sure it is actually black and not brown black. And then clip in your pumpkin stem. And you are all set to go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my design. Please share any recreations with me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I would really love to see them, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!